the guy for this. Something the guy for this. What could that mean?
The guy, I got a guy
end
for
of a
this.
sentence.
That's Saul.
Yeah, I got a guy for
this. Got this. Yes.
The guy for this.
Yes.
So they're going to find a guy, which I'm assuming is Saul, to help out Crazy 8.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's probably Saul. Saul's going to be the guy.
Oh, that's for sure, Saul. Yes.
And whether he likes it or not, he has to do it.
I know his ice cream. That was the saddest thing last time.
I
No.
know. Just wanted his ice cream.
That's so scary. Like, you have no choice and you're just trying to enjoy something small. You know, you're always so busy. And then all of a sudden someone just, like, pulls up next to you. You have no choice and you don't know if you're going to live or die. Like, okay, how am I going to get out of this one? You have to go. Like, that's so freaking scary.
It is. And, you know, to Saul, Nacho is so scary. And he is. But to us, watching Nacho's story, you feel bad for the guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's under so much pressure with Lalo and Gus and everybody.
He's always worried about his father.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to start this intro with 50% like last time, but then we knew what it was about after we joked about it last intro, because then we saw those two crazy guys like saying 50%.
That's right.
And some people think that way, you know, you get a good deal there, so why not spend your money everywhere else, because you'll be good.
Right.
If you get screwed, it's 50% off, so who cares? You know, all logic is out the window. Nacho was impressive last time too.
Big
Wasn't
time.
he? Like, he actually risked himself big time.
Jumping from building to building.
And Lala really liked that. That was perfect. So now he's in good graces with him. He had those yummy fajitas or something together. Like, oh my God, I've been craving like burritos, fajitas. Like, I
don't know if I would eat it. Be happy to eat it with Lalo.
I know, I'd be scared. Like, everything makes me uncomfortable. But I know that's like kind of respectful in a way. Like, he was still testing Nacho about Crazy 8, but still, like, I think Nacho will get information for Gus. I'm hoping he does. But I'm still worried because he's always going to be Gus's puppet. Like, he's not going to get out of this.
He is, and he's petrified of Gus. I mean, Gus
of his
killed
family.
His partner right in front of him.
Yeah, in a brutal way. So are you
Oh,
guys ready to get into this episode?
Oh, this
Girl
is
fun. And guys, if you want to see, the next episode early, you can check out our links below. Check out our Patreon, because videos come out there a week or more early. And that helps us a lot to grow more. And we appreciate all the help we can get.
That's right.
Because we want to make more. All right. So 5:03. The ice cream. He's like, well, it's not going to go to waste.
Right, that's right. Hey, this is good. Yep, there it is. Waffle cone.
Sugar cone.
Out
The
of
whole
the
intro.
woodwork.
It's like, sound
You get a
effects.
better deal. Better than 50% off.
Yeah.
Look at them all.
They'll all come.
We'll take care of that cone for you. Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
No escape, no locks. My nerves would be shot.
Can I talk? I have a feeling I know what this is about.
Oh, don't.
Just to get the ball rolling.
You have business with my cousin, Tuco.
Tuco. He has a huge heart and a serious passion for justice.
Serious eye.
He does have an adorable grandmother.
I hadn't noticed.
You're the guy with a mouth.
Yeah.
You know the Tuco I know? He would have skinned them alive and let the buzzards eat their eyeballs. We got something you can do for us.
For a minute there, I thought I was going to be swallowing condoms filled with heroin.
Maybe later.
Yeah, no, stop talking.
You're the guy for this.
That's
Like, how expensive?
expensive. Like $7,925. Yeah.
Pull this out of my.
Yes.
Done.
Sure.
Right in my back pocket. Don't count it.
Now you still have to do it.
Yeah. Wow, to negotiate like that. Like
Yeah,
he
he
needs
was
to.
trying not to.
This time's
to get
important.
out of it. Don't mess with him.
Yeah, watch it. We're going to.
Grinch, where you going?
Really? You're gonna pick on someone?
Remember the last time we walked out of a bar in the dark? Those cops.
Good watch.
Oh yeah,
Boy, he's really-
done.
Are they gonna keep trying?
You gonna stop at the ER?
You done?
Just about. Thanks. I'm sort of celebrating, actually.
Celebrating what?
I just realized I have all pro bono clients tomorrow, all day.
Financially speaking, Saul Goodman just had his best day yet. Cheng.
What a
Oh my
cheater.
goodness. What? Oh my goodness.
What are you doing?
I have to take it apart to clean it.
Take the battery set first.
Not with scissors.
Amber, this is my father.
Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, me too.
Big place that seems so empty.
Gutiérrez me hizo una oferta para comprar el taller. Me ofreció mucho más de lo que vale, incluso con el terreno. Siempre pensé que el taller sería tuyo.
It's so sad, but no matter what,
Vas a trabajar.
take it and move away.
Fuiste tú, ¿verdad? El dinero que me está ofreciendo es tuyo. ¡Ni madres! ¡Yo no voy a oír! Nice to meet you, young lady.
Doing a good job.
Ms. Wexler, I reviewed your motion to dismiss. I still agree with the state that this matter is worth the court's time.
Your Honor.
Jury selection begins June 16th.
Wow, no say.
Sorry, this didn't go our way.
I'm confused. I thought you'd be on your way to Tucumcari by now.
Rich.
I just got off with Kevin Wartell. He wants you there right now to straighten this out, hands on. But Mesa Verde keeps the lights on. Can we agree on that?
She hates
Of
the
course.
control.
So get yourself down there, stat.
I'm on my way.
And here she was celebrating that she didn't have to do any of that today.
Yeah, that's right.
They control your life.
I'm your new lawyer.
I didn't call no lawyer.
No, you didn't. Lalo did. How are you at memorization?
It's a lot to remember, especially when you're nervous too, to get it right. Yeah, I'm like, I know the back of that head. Oh, I'm like waiting.
Marie hands me a full hefty bag and pushes me out to the trash cans. I mean, you know most of it's still good.
Just like a wife.
What the hell? Let's get this circle jerk over with. Wow me. Make my tiny eyes grow wide with delight.
And you want?
Saul Goodman.
It's all good, man. Really? Come on, that's your
He
name?
got it right up to that.
Special agent.
Your client waived his right to an attorney.
Well, he most certainly did not.
Yeah, I did.
Zip it.
See?
Nobody's talking to you.
Great afternoon.
Hold up, guys, one
Hey, have a
second.
good day. We're done in here.
Guys,
He's gonna freak out and say something.
what if we say it's contingent?
How's he gonna pull this off?
Definitely a challenge.
Word gets out that he's a fink, he ends up bleeding out in front of his mother's house. What? No, it's not gonna happen, okay? Do you hear what I'm saying? Jeez. All right, you don't pass him around like a venereal disease. He's your...
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Your lease stipulates that the property owner can buy you out at any time for fair market value plus $5,000.
$18,000?
Oh, he's actually
I
impressed.
bet you with that I could buy a big old mansion and a swimming pool.
Okay.
You're the big gun. with a ponytail.
Hopefully he doesn't get physical.
Oh boy.
You're just like all the rest of them. No!
He doesn't have the right, unfortunately, so...
Build a call center.
No.
I don't know how in the world you sleep at night.
He has no idea. She just forgoed all these pro bono.
A contract means something. It's the law, and it's enforceable. Deal with it.
He doesn't have a weapon. Yeah, this is so uncomfortable. Yeah, so Chrissy 8, doesn't want to do what you want.
He's so colorful, isn't he?
Place the carburetor, she's running like a racehorse, man.
Assuming the dead drops are a real thing, feds are gonna be on them.
Feds?
Yeah. DEA. There's a matched
Okay.
pair of them. And you're gonna have to find a different attorney for future endeavors, because my schedule is just very, very tight.
You'll make time.
See? He played me too, so that whole thing was the plan.
Did I just set up?
You're in.
Like him.
You can't get out.
No.
Oh, eyes.
She's gonna go back?
Oh, she's gonna go back to that man.
Mr. Acker?
I'm afraid
Kim
of her being
Wexler
by
again.
herself.
Yeah, I can't believe she was.
Really like another word with you.
Because he can have a rifle and just blow
Yeah,
it.
I know, and she yelled at him and insulted him.
Mr.
And
Acker?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I always think the worst.
Yes. When
I'm sorry.
Don't go in there if he
I
doesn't
entered your
answer.
property.
Oh, he's moving. There's someone in the living room.
There's some really nice options in your price range.
This is really sweet.
I know you don't want to move, but whatever house you choose will be yours. You'll own it and the land forever.
And the land.
When I was little, my mother used to shake me awake in the middle of the night, yelling it was time to go. It was so cold, my toes turned blue.
Oh, Kim. Don't play with.
Game of chance. Like, no words.
oh boy.
He's supportive.
I know. Oh jeez.
What was that? Oh, well
jeez.
done, guys.
lot of
Like,
people
no
got-
words exchanged for a reason, right?
Yes, a lot of people
They
got
don't have to
flat
say
tires.
anything there. That was just a bad
One
day
hell of a day.
That's why they must have.
for both of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Kim's character. I love Jimmy too, don't get me wrong, but just a few fans in the past were talking about Kim and how they don't like her, and I know she's not perfect, but her job is hard, and we see cases, I mean, look at Jimmy, where he defends people who really shouldn't be defended, and you like hear it on the news, and just you can have really shady clients that don't deserve to be defended, but she really does try to help people. Like, she really
does.
wants
I
you to
always
feel
loved
good and
her
help people.
character. I mean, she is always so supportive of Jimmy, no matter what he gets her into. She helps him and pulls him out of it. She's a really good person. She
To her
really does
clients.
mean well for what her agenda, what she wants to do, and helping
Yeah.
people out. I mean, even going back to this guy and,
That's right. I thought
and
something was gonna
offering
happen.
to help move and pay for the expenses. He totally just sees her as another suit coming in
Yeah.
and just
That's right,
taking
yeah,
what
he
they
does.
want. Big bank is going to just take what they want.
Mm-hmm. And he's not fully wrong, but with her, like, she does care, you know, and she does try to help out as best as she can. Like, she was so happy to do pro bono for the whole day, and that's it. And she wanted to help him out, but I think she feels guilty as well because she doesn't have control of this whole situation, and she has to follow the law, and she feels guilty, you know, like being labeled like that really does suck.
It does. And just like you said, she didn't want to leave her pro bonos to go do this. That was the last thing she wanted to do. But her boss, I mean, Rich did say,
They
you know,
pay
you
the
have
bills.
to, you got to do what you
Yes.
got to, you know, you got to pay. It's a give and take. And you got to go do this.
Yeah.
And nobody else can
Lisa,
talk to
yeah.
this guy. And she usually has a way with words. And she feels for the guy. But when he kept pressing on her, and she's like, you know what? That's it. my gloves are off. You know, it is what it is. Now our offer's off the table. It's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah.
And still, he's just.
And I feel bad for that guy, but even right from the start when Kim was saying all that, she wasn't lying. So I kind of was like, he's in the wrong, and I feel bad because we know what it's like to have our property for a long time. I mean, Ryan's family knows that even more than we do because they've been in this same area for the longest time, for generations, you know. And I mean, way back when this was farmland. Now it's not. It's like there's many houses all around here. It looks nothing like it did.
Right.
Like centuries, no, I don't say centuries,
For
but like for many generations. So, like that's hard, but they they own this land. So to be in that predicament where the contract says that they can buy him out at any time, he has no control, but because there was no disturbance for so long, you kind of mentally just accept that this is, I mean, like that is your home anyways. Like you've had it forever, but
it's not your land.
But he doesn't
not
own
your
the land.
You don't, you know, and I feel bad for the guy, but it's not like he owned it to start with and they're trying to force him out illegally. Like
that's right. No.
Right. Everything's
it
by
sucks,
the law,
but
and even a judge, you know, ordered, you know, you're done.
Right,
yeah, this already went through the works and it was denied, and he's still stubborn to stay there. So it's going to come down to force at this point.
Set in his ways.
Man, to be the only house standing, like everyone else left.
I know. I just
oh my gosh, that's right.
And you are not, like, the contract is against you, so you're not going to win at all. So your stubbornness is going to screw you over even more, because now he lost out on 18. Now he's only getting 10, maybe. And even then, when they force him out, if he still causes problems, you know, they might even be like, now it's 5.
He'll be lucky if he gets the 5, yeah.
Yeah, and I was afraid for Kim when she went back.
I was
at
too.
night, and I get her heart, but I'm like, that's not smart.
wow,
You
that's
don't know
scary.
this man, and you yelled at him earlier, and he's already stubborn, like dragging this on for 7 months. Again, I can't imagine how hard it is, but you have no clue what this man's capable of, and you're going back by yourself. Like, this guy could have a gun, especially you, like, kind of breaking in, going through the fence that was locked.
That's
like,
right.
I would be ready to defend myself,
Trespassing,
thinking that there might be an intruder. Maybe you'll have some angry people coming back and trying to scare him off or something. So I really thought, I can't help it, my mind just goes there. So I was like, oh gosh, he's going to get shot or something.
Better call Saul. You never know.
When she did talk to him, it was actually kind of a sweet moment at first when she was just exposing herself, like just opening up and telling him what she went through. I believe her story. Like, he didn't believe it because you know, he's judging her as well, and he's dealt with a lot of people who are trying to kick him out, so he's just judging her. But that's so sad, because Kim is saying that you know, she doesn't know what it's like to be in one place at one time and always like getting pulled out, and to the point where her toes are cold.
And all he sees is the suit pulling up with an Audi, and he does not believe her one bit. And he doesn't know her story, just like, you know, Jimmy's story. I mean, he went through, you know, a community college or some kind of correspondence school. I mean, he worked his way through school to become a lawyer as well. I mean, lawyers don't just go to Ivy League schools, like all of them. So he doesn't know her story, and he doesn't really care. He's just bitter, and he wants to stay where he is.
Yeah, and she tried the best that she could have done, and hopefully it didn't put her at risk going back there. I don't think anyone else will find out about it unless he says something. But yeah, like, she tried her best. And just having Jimmy and her together, like, they're just so busy doing their own thing that they don't even like see each other that much except that night, and no words had to be said at the end because they get that they both had crappy days and just throwing, making mischief, just to vent.
They had to let it all out.
Yeah, then hide afterwards.
And Jimmy's used to being like the salesman to all these, you know, small-time criminals, but now he's working for Lalo, and he's he's in, like Nacho said, you're in. Once you're in, you're in.
And that's scary. And Nacho is really in, but yeah, like, Saul really gets deeper and deeper into this stuff, so it's just awful. And speaking of Nacho, or first of all, I'll say about Saul, we know that Crazy 8 is loyal, but I am naive, and when he started saying he didn't want a lawyer, I immediately said, what, you're a rat? Like, how did you survive to Breaking Bad? Because if you're gonna rat, you're gonna die, and that was all part of the ploy. I totally was like, woo. That'd be terrible.
And Saul did such a great job that, you know, now he's in, and he didn't realize. Oh boy.
And a huge thing was seeing Hank and Steven in
my
this.
God,
That was so
they
cool.
were DEA agents.
I love that. And again,
Shelby.
Better Call Saul is great on its own, but I love seeing Breaking Bad because Breaking Bad's
Yes.
definitely my favorite. I shouldn't compare, but I am, and
I'm so glad
I love
to see
seeing that cast come in more. I knew we have Crazy 8 and stuff,
Hands
but yeah, like
down.
our good people, like that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it made me
What
sad
about
too.
Mike?
I
What about Mike and the guys following him?
Yeah, I mean, I knew Mike was going to do something crazy and scare them.
That was good.
And it
dropped
just
that guy
annoyed me
on
because
this
you know stuff like that happens. And I don't know, I just get defensive because I think of you, Mom, and stuff. And, you know, groups of people, especially, like, there's no excuse for any of that. But to have, like, these really strong people in a group take advantage of a weak person, like, that just really upsets me. And I'm sure it upsets a lot of people, but it happens a lot. And I'm like, you're that cowardly to go after, you know, an innocent person.
And I love it. They judged
They
a
just
book
don't
by
care.
its cover, and they didn't realize who they were messing with.
So that was like a
thankfully
aha
it didn't
moment.
escalate.
Yeah, because they could have had a gun or something and shot him.
Oh yeah.
So it's good they didn't get worse. But it was a cool moment for him to kind of be like, see, you can't judge that. And
Oh yeah.
screw you.
And not only did he twisted it, but
He like
just
popped it out of his socket or something. Yeah, it was really nasty.
It just
Yeah, so I love Mike, and for him to really lose it, I mean, he feels so guilty with what happened when he had to kill him.
Oh, definitely
So
does.
him now, like, freaking out at the bar, he's been losing it a lot, like, in different places, even to his granddaughter. Remember how he freaked out with
Yes, he
her?
did, yes.
So him now saying, take that picture down, like, you know, he's a really calm person and knows to not let out emotions like that. But even with his son, like, at the meeting and stuff, like, he's really starting to lose his cool with a lot of things. I mean, I can't imagine because his job just sucks. It's a hard job. He has a lot of money, but like, what's it worth really at the end? You have to kill these people you don't want to kill.
I'm so glad the bartender took down the picture.
He got it. I'm glad it
please,
was okay.
yeah.
Once he said please, he had to control himself, but it just hurt him that badly. And so I'm glad he did that. And going to Nacho now, like, again, I mean, he does terrible things, but he didn't realize, like, how deep he was getting into it, I guess. And he wants to protect his father now. He has no choice. And now playing both sides, he's so deep with both now because with Lalo and Gus and trying to
I've
make
never
sure.
seen Gus so pissed off. Gus
Yeah,
was so
because it's
pissed
his
off.
money. Like, those are the drops, and Lalo, and because he knows Lalo's messing with him, and Nacho's the freaking informant. And now it's like, what do you do? So he has to tell him exactly what's going down because, you know, because Nacho's telling
has to.
Crazy 8 to say all these things to screw Gus over. Because those are the
Man.
drops.
Yeah, and it's Nacho's life now. Lalo finds out. We haven't seen the bad side of Lalo. We know that.
I know, and he's always so happy and everything.
Yeah, that's
So
right. I don't trust that.
He
Me
is.
either.
I mean, he's a great mechanic. It looks like he's a great chef.
yeah. Yeah, so it's scary, and
That's
Nacho,
what
I
you
just
get.
don't feel like he's going to survive this season because it's just too deep, and he just seems really depressed anyways.
He's
I mean,
fine.
even his two girlfriends are like, you know, super high or whatever drugs they're doing, and, you know, and he kind of goes, oh, God, and just tries to keep them focused, and, you know, his life just seems
just
like
happy and just
Groundhog's Day, like the same thing over and over again, and just waiting for the inevitable almost. Like, it's just depressing.
Yeah, and then when his father came to visit him and thought he was
poor
being
father.
bought out by him, you know, inadvertently by that Gutierrez guy or whoever was going to come out and buy his shop for more than what it's worth, he said, you know, that was his legacy. He wanted to give it to Nacho,
Yeah, yes.
and Nacho doesn't. This is his life, and his father's so upset with that. You know, he works so hard to
Poor
give this to
father,
his
yeah.
son. You
That's
know,
right.
he just is. He is adamant. He thinks that Nacho was up to that, and he's not. He had no idea.
So you don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I don't know. I don't think so, though.
At first, I didn't think so, but the fact that when his father got mad and Nacho didn't back that up, because if I wasn't lying, I'd be like, no, seriously, that wasn't me. And he totally just put his head down and didn't say anything. So I really do think it's Nacho.
It could be. Maybe he wanted him to get out of there just in case someone else wants to take over the business for the, you know, for a cover up for the drugs.
That,
it could
but
be.
I think
I'm
he
so
wants.
naive.
I think he wants him out of there because they were threatened. His father was threatened and almost
He was,
killed.
yes.
So I
true,
think
yeah.
because who would go in and just buy the business for a lot more than it's worth? So
Yeah.
I really think it was him, and he was trying to lie to him because he didn't want to be caught. and he wants him out to be safe.
Yeah, I'm so naive with that kind of stuff. I'm like,
I'm not sure, but I think that's what happened.
But it makes sense because now his father's going to his home, and he's like, "Wow, this is beautiful. This is large. You guys."
Hinting to it.
Yeah, like you've got the money to back this guy up. So yeah, you're probably right.
Because honestly, for him at the end, just because his father's yelling at him, if he didn't do it, I think he would be like, "No, seriously, that wasn't me. Like, what are you talking about? It wasn't me."
I thought it was more of a respect thing. Just let him out and just let him believe what he wants. He's not going to listen to me anyway.
I mean, hopefully it was a deal from someone else.
It makes sense, though. Like, who would do that?
Yeah, because at first, again, I thought the same thing, that it wasn't him. And then once he put his head down, kind of, and I was like, okay, no, because that would make sense. Because it's scary. Like, you don't want your family to be involved with this. And he knows he's screwed no matter what. But he doesn't want his father to go out, too, because of him. And this is going to keep going back and forth. Like, there's no.
And you're right. His father is very proud. He's a very proud man.
And that's great. And he seems like such a wonderful man. But this is so bad for this situation. I gotta say the nice thing though in the background, and we keep hearing pretty birds. I think it's at Mom's house because she has a lot of birds,
right outside.
And it's just so pretty and nice. So when something scary happens, we hear the pretty birds today, and it's like, oh, it's so sweet. I'm sure the microphone, I can hear it. So sometimes like in post you can hear it even louder, so it's gonna be pretty like in the background hearing that. But on that note, the next episode's called Namaste, so that's a little bit better, right? I don't know.
Right.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please check out our links below if you want to see videos early or full reactions. We have a huge library, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Yay.